Let's be honest about it. All relationships have some type of drama. The closer the relationship, the more likely you are to experience greater levels of drama. But there is a unique drama paradigm that comes into play when you're stepping into a blended family role as a step parent. You see, now it's not just you and your family. You're now entering into someone else's world and becoming a part of them. As a result of that, there's a lot of drama that takes place, and many second marriages fail because there is not the understanding that's necessary to let go of the drama as it comes or even before it gets there. Hey everyone, my name is Thomas Shirley. I have more than 25 years of experience in the ministry working with people and in a counseling role, and I want to help you build life better. In this video, I want to share with you a very simple concept that will help you recognize the nature of what you're stepping into. And then I want to provide you with 3 simple statements that you can say in concert with a very simple breathing exercise that will not only energize your body and your mind, but will help you very powerfully come into the present moment so that you can be aware of the things that are taking place in your life and you can behave accordingly. Generally, when drama comes around, we're very reactive, and our reactions keep the cycle going of back and forth and cause things to continue to be stressful and very, very dramatic. So the most important thing that you have to remember is that you are your own point of attraction, okay? Or your own point of perspective. Okay, so I'm going to put you up there as a star. I realize it looks more like an asterisk, but work with me, people. Use your imagination. I'm doing the best I can. You carry your own unique vibrational frequency. Take that phrase out of it if you need to. You carry your own unique philosophy or perspective about life and the many different issues that life comprises, whether it be religious, political, having to do with child rearing, finances, romance. The list really is endless. We all have our own perspectives. Sometimes they align with other people, but they never align all the time with anyone. What you have to understand coming into a step parenting relationship or already being in one is that you're it. Like, you're the only person that you have any real lasting say in how things turn out. And you have to understand coming into the relationship that you bring with you the uniqueness that you are. And that's a beautiful thing. Even the broken parts of you where you struggle and the issues that you have, the baggage that you carry from your previous life into this new blended family. As a step parent, you have to understand that you're bringing in uniquely who you are into the lives of other people. All right, so let's say you've got 2 stepkids and a spouse, okay? So you're the only one that you really have any control over, any choice over what happens in your emotions and your mind and your perspective and how you react or interact in the situation that you're now in with these people. Because now it's not just you, you're now part of a family unit, and this family unit is now going to be an independent expression of dynamic perspectives. It's going to be different ways of viewing things. Your spouse is going to have a specific way that they view all of the different aspects of life that you also have perspectives about. But it's also important to keep in mind that the kids have perspectives also. And whether you want to accept it or not, the old adage, children should be seen and not heard, is just as wicked as it can possibly be, like totally false. People are people no matter how small, Horton said in Dr. Seuss's Horton Hears a Who. You're now in a relationship with other people that have their own perspectives, their own unique way of viewing things, their own philosophies about various issues. And granted, the children might not really be very developed in this area yet, but they're getting there, and you're stepping in to help your new spouse rear these children and bring them up. But it's not just the stepchildren and the spouse that you now have in the family. You also have a whole other myriad of people. Like, maybe there's a former spouse that's the parent of the children and they don't live there, but they're going to be a part of the co-parenting process. And sometimes that can be pretty miserable. You're going to have grandparents and guardians, and you're going to have friends and neighbors. You're going to have people from the past. You're going to have new people. You're going to have work. You're going to have all these different things, okay? So you are your own unique point of attraction, your own unique perspective that you bring into this. Then they have all of this. So together, you now are going to begin to create your own unique life experience. Now you're going from being an individual person entering into a relationship, most likely I would assume because you really love and care about the person that you're getting into a relationship with. Now you're coming into this completely new paradigm where it's this entire perspective now gets put in like a melting pot, if you will. And now there's a blending that takes place. Well, you know how it is. Your opinions, your ideas, your philosophies, they die hard, right? Like we have a real hard time once we have made up our mind about something, once we've formed an opinion about something, we generally have a very hard time just letting it go because somebody else has their own perspective. There can be a myriad of reasons for that. It really is a moot point. The point is that it's a thing and we have to learn how to interact with this. So you are your own point of attraction. You're now interacting with a group of other people that are their own unique signature points of attraction or philosophical viewpoints. And now the result of that is going to be that this new blended family paradigm is going to create the life that you live. The reality that you experience all around you in your world, and of course, like it's all intertwined, right? Like there's, you don't generally, we're not generally able to fully disconnect different categories or areas of our lives. But now the life that you're living is a reality that you have created. And you say, well, I'm considering becoming a step parent. Okay, great. Fantastic advice I'm about to give you here. But understand that if you're considering stepping into a relationship, it's good to know what you're stepping into as much as possible in a blended family situation. But that entire thing is going to completely change once you're actually in the mix. All right, so basically I have a key, if you will, to like a map, and I'll explain in just a moment. But there are three very simple phrases that you can state out loud that carry a tremendous weight of power with them, and they're associated with or directly linked to these three different elements that I've spoken about. Your unique perspective and point of attraction, now with the blended family situation and all the other things that come along with that, creates what you're now experiencing or you're going to be in the process of experiencing. So these three statements work so powerfully with the breathing exercise that I'll give you in just a moment. But first, I want to give you the statements. All right, so the first statement, like I said, is based on this reality that you are your own unique perspective and signature expression, like you're coming into this thing with your own unique frequency, your own vibe, if you will, okay? So that first statement, very, very simple, and I have broken so many friggin' pieces of chalk today trying to film this video. I am is your first statement. I am what? I am. It brings it all back into the reality that at the end of the day, the only thing that you have any lasting say over is you and what you have to offer to the situation by way of your perception of things and your reaction to things and how that is with you. Like it completely removes everyone else. You become the sole issue. Very, very important part of relationships, of life in general, but relationships in particular. Like I wish I'd understood when I was a young man that uh, I really am the point of attraction here. I'm the focus. Like if I will focus on me and build me and help me and heal me, then I can be so much better for my relationship, so much better in my relationship. But of course, like most of us, like I grew up in a lot of drama. I've come to my relationships with drama. You know, I've brought my own stuff with me. And it's so easy to lose sight of yourself in the midst of all that is happening as you're interacting with what's going on here. Now, I realize this may seem elementary for you, but I assure you that I'm going somewhere with this, and I'm going to present to you one of the most powerful modes I've ever encountered personally for coming into the present moment and getting the awareness and the consciousness of what's happening in my situation and in my interactions than I've ever found. Never found anything quite like it. So hear me out, stick with me, okay? So the second reality is you're now in a relationship with other people and it goes deep and broad. So you have to understand the fact that, you know what, we are. You are now a family unit. You are not an individual person in a relationship or in a family. No, you are in this instance, in this understanding, it's what we are all together and what we are creating. And what we create is the reality that now is. It is what it is. So the third statement, this is, I am, it's me. It's all about what I am able to see in myself and how I'm able to allow myself to be the very best version of me in every situation that I'm in. And I'm in this with other people that also probably have generally the same goals. And so we're in this together. And as a result of that, everything that we're experiencing has been birthed out of. We have created an environment. We are. I have an environment coming into it. I am. And now we've created an experience for ourselves. And this is. This is important because the present moment, what you are experiencing right now, is the result of what has been and cannot change in this moment. But in this moment, you can see things differently and begin to transition or to shift yourself in a much better direction. So the three statements: I am, we are, this is. Now, the breathing exercise is so powerful when it works in concert with these three statements. The breathing exercise is extremely, extremely simple. I'm going to explain it to you, then I'm going to demonstrate it to you, then I'm going to tie the two together for you. Before I do that, if you are in a situation in a blended family where like you need some help, you need someone to talk to, kind of work through some things, maybe get a different perspective. I have over 25 years experience in the ministry, working with people uniquely in a counseling capacity for many, many years. And there's something really special that happens when I spend time talking to someone. The chemistry between myself and the person that I'm working with and what the Spirit of God does is almost always absolutely amazing and breathtaking. I would love to help you in your journey right now. In the description below, there is a link. You can fill out a request form to have a phone call with me. Once I've received that, we'll set up a phone call and some truly remarkable things will happen. So make sure you hit me up for that if you're interested. All right, Thomas. So where's this breathing exercise you've been talking about? Breathing exercise is very, very simple. You're going to get as comfortable as you can. I prefer to do this laying down in bed in the morning when I wake up. And then at night, I'll open a window, get some fresh air coming in. And the breath is very, very simple. I inhale aggressively through my nose. And then I hold that breath for 5 to 10 seconds. Just a little bit of a strain, but you're not trying to break any records. You're just holding that breath and that expanded lung capacity, making sure that all three lobes of your lungs, both sides, are filled up so that now you're able to get the rich oxygen, life-giving oxygen that will flow into your system, into your brain, and into your body as your heart pumps this air into your system. So hold that breath, like I said, 5 or 10 seconds. And then on the exhale, I want you to let it out through your mouth slowly, but not super slow, maybe just a little bit longer than how long it took you to inhale. By the way, when you're inhaling, maybe you have sinus issues or something like that, inhale through your mouth, right? I mean, it's not that big a deal. It's okay. Wherever you are is where you are, and that's where you need to start this. So if you have troubles breathing, do this to the best of your capacity. Don't stress yourself or pressure yourself, but breathing exercises are one of the most powerful ways to gain health, mental clarity, and also to come into the present moment and be able to view things in a much, much better way. So you're taking that kind of aggressive breath in, you're going to hold that for 5 to 10 seconds, whatever is just a little bit past comfort for you, then you're going to exhale through your mouth. And then when you're at the exhale, I want you to just wait a few seconds before you take the next breath, right? Because we're used to just let your lungs be empty for just a few seconds, 3 to 5 seconds, maybe a little bit longer if you feel comfortable with that. And then you'll take the next breath. Now, this breath is amazing by itself, but I've tried doing it just by itself several times. I've also tried using these three statements several times independent of each other. And while there is a level of help and power and presence in it, the combination of the two is crazy wild good. Really, really something to be enjoyed and something that I have seen extremely fast turnaround personally by using. So how do we tie this together? It's very, very simple. I start with I am and I start on the inhale. So obviously you can't say I am while you're inhaling. I mean, you can go, I am, and that would sound weird, right? So I don't do it that way. I actually use my mind on the inhale for each one of these to consider this. When you take that first breath, you take that kind of strong breath in. I'm focusing at that moment on I am. This is all about me. And I start on I am as an inhale because I'm kind of taking in that energy, if you will, symbolically perhaps, but I'm taking in that energy. I'm taking in the reality. I'm stopping to smell this reality, to smell the roses, so to speak. I am the only part of this that I can do anything about. And I want to be my very best version of me that I can possibly be. Okay. So on the inhale, I am. Hold it for those few seconds, and then on the exhale, we are. Complete the exhale, hold your lungs empty for just a few seconds, and then on the inhale, this is. I am. This is. I am, we are, this is in combination with this breathing exercise will absolutely revolutionize your life. I strongly encourage you to try this for 7 consecutive days. Share this video with a friend that might benefit from it, and let me know in the comments below what your experience has been using this very, very simple modality. I probably do it maybe between 5 and 10 times at a time. So I'll do like 5 or 10 reps, if you will. I'll do the I am, we are, this is through the breathing, and then I'll stop and I try to do it a couple more times a day. I probably average 2 times a day for the most part, but have seen tremendous results, like I said. Until next time, my friend, be blessed.